Hello, my dear JEE aspirants. This is Nikhil from CareerMudhra. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about the safest backup examinations else than JEE. The reason why I am making this video is because the competition in JEE is of around 15 lakh students, in which only 1.8 lakh students get selected for JEE Advance. Okay, in that also around 30,000 students get into IITs. So rest remaining 98.2% students usually do not get any colleges. If not, they settle for NITs. And if we include all the IITs, NITs, triple ITs, IISE, all this if we include, it's only 4% of the students who get a good college. So in this video, the importance of it is because you will get a safe backup option. So I'm going to make more videos like this about different examinations and cover most of them so that you can understand and get to know which is the best examination for you and which all forms you will have to fill and what would be the tentative deadline for it. Now, let's move on to the video. In the first, we have ISI. ISI stands for Indian Statistical Institution, which was established in 1931. As you might be knowing, ISI is an institute that majorly focuses on statistics and mathematics. Okay, so over here you can get admission in their UG, PG, and you can even do research in fields like statistics, mathematics, computer science, and quantitative economics. Since this college focuses more on statistics and mathematics, the exam will also be majorly based on your mathematics. Okay, so the participating colleges are from Kolkata, Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi, Tezpur, and even you can, get into a good research field. So yearly around 50,000 students appear for this exam. The seat matrix is there are only 208 seats for the 50,000 students. So the selection ratio is around 0.4%. Now let's talk about the eligibility. It's not like how it's there in JEE where you have to have 75% as the minimum criteria. Over here, there is no age limit. Even if you have just passed in maths, it's more than enough. Maths and English. That's all their requirement is. Now let's talk about the examination pattern. So there are basically two papers. One is UGA and one is UGB. So in UGA, there are around 30 MCQs for which you have been given 2 hours. In case if you clear the cutoff, then you go and write UGB examination where there will be 8 questions that will be descriptive for which you will be given 2 hours. Now let me explain you how the cutoff usually is there in ISI. So there are around 30 questions. If you just solve around 17 questions, you can still get and clear the cutoff criteria. So 17 questions, that gives you around 5 to 7 minutes per question. So it is pretty much doable. Now let's talk about the total marks. The total marks over here for UGA plus 3 into UGB, whatever is the UGB marks, so 3 into that. So altogether it's of 360 marks if you're going to see both the UGA and UGB. Now let's talk about how the marks pattern is. For every correct answer you get plus 4 marks, and for every unattempted question you get plus 1 mark. In case if you're going for the UGB paper, for one question you get altogether 30 marks. So in UGB, in case out of 8, if you just solve 2 questions, it's more than enough. You will pass the cutoff and you can take up the admission in the institute. So imagine what could be the paper level. You just have 2 questions that you have to make in 2 hours, 1 hour per question. Now let's talk about the fee structure. The fee structure is around 0 rupees. Okay, so you do not have to pay any fees. And there is a stipend provided by the government, 5,000 rupees per month. And let's talk about the placements. So most of the UG students usually tend to go for masters. And in masters, what we see as the median package is around 28.5 lakhs per annum, which is even more better than the IIT's package. Important thing about this examination is the tentative dates. This is very much important. The application form starts in March 2026 and the examination date will be in the month of May. Now moving on to the next exam, which is IISER, also known as IIT. So IISER stands for Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research. So this particular institute is more about research, and it was established in 2010. This IIT exam. Now, what do you get admission into? There are a lot of programs in IISc Bangalore where you can get the admission through this examination. The BS/MS degrees. Now, there is UG, including 5 years BS/MS programs at IISERs as well. Okay. Now, the participating colleges are from Pune, Mohali, Bhopal, Tiruvananthapuram, Tirupati, and Behrampur. And let's talk about how many students appear for this exam every year. Around 70,000 students appear over here. The seat matrix is around 2,363. So the selection ratio is kind of better than IIT of 3.3%, which is very good. Let's talk about the eligibility. Again, there is no age limit. In class 12, 2024, if you have passed out in 2024, 25 and 26, if you have passed out, you are eligible. So this means that double droppers are also allowed to write for the examination, and you should have minimum 60% in at least 3 of the subjects, such as physics, chemistry, maths or biology. Okay, and if you are taking up the BTech program, mathematics is compulsory for all students. Now let's talk about the duration of the examination. It's around 3 hours. The questions that they usually ask is from physics, chemistry, maths, and bio. Total total number of questions is around 60, and it will be MCQs. Now the total marks would be around 240, and the marking scheme is +4 for the correct answer and -1 for the incorrect answer. Now the fee structure is around 1,16,400 per year, and the median placements more than average students usually get around 11 LPA per annum. And the tentative examination dates are from March 2026, and sorry, that is the application date, and the examination date is in May 2026. Usually, most of these exams fall under May, like Comet K, even KCET, JEE. So you need to see which examination date is on when, so that they do not clash within each other. Thank you for watching our video. If you find it insightful, kindly do subscribe to our channel.